Hello, everyone. How are you? Happy Sunday. I wanted to invite you to the Women's Circle. Today, it's just going to be me, and I wanted to talk about some stress and things that we can do to help our body better. So, further ado, let's get along and do our commercials like we normally do so that we can roll with the punches. So I'm going to put the little message down at the bottom. And if you have any questions, you can let me know. We're going to talk about stress and the things that we can do to relieve stress and also to help us remove cortisones and insulin and liver levels, stuff like that. These are the things that goes wrong with our body when we're stressed. So instead of doing show today, like you see now, ha ha ha, I'm going to move it to the forefront. So I want to do the commercials, and then at the end, I'll do another commercial, and I'm going to switch it to another room, as you can see. So we're going to do it from there. I want to be a little bit more relaxed and get a better understanding. So without further ado, here is the commercial. Great. Come on. I guess it won't be a commercial. It's not a commercial day today. So without further ado, we're going to move this onset into the next room, my relaxing room for me to help while we begin to talk about stress. So I'm going to take it. I should be on there, but I am not finding it. Okay. I should be on there, but I am not. Gonna try this again. Okay, hello.
Hey, hello. How are you?
I like this. Okay, now I'm shooting this.
I'm shooting this.
I'm gonna push this camera up so you can see and all that other good stuff. Oh wow, so
Oh,
bad.
wow. So bad.
Okay, how do I do that? Okay.
Okay.
As I was saying,
we're going to talk about stress.
And stress
And
is
stress
so
is so
important
important
to
to
understand
understand
what it does
what
to
it
our
does to our
body,
body,
how it
how
affects
it
our
affects
body,
our body,
and
and
the
the
way
way
we
we
present
present
in our
in
body.
our body.
And I
And
said
I said
something
something
about
about
cortisol
cortisol
levels.
levels.
I said
I said
something about
something about
insulin
insulin
levels.
levels.
So I don't
So
know
I
if you
don't
guys
know
are
if you guys
familiar
are
with that, but
familiar with that,
also
but
it
also
affects
it
our
affects
liver.
our liver.
It
It
affects our
affects our
psyche.
psyche.
It
It
affects
affects
our
our
emotional
emotional
well-being.
well-being.
It
It
affects
affects
how we
how we
deal with
deal
other
with other
people
people
when we're
when we're
stressed,
stressed,
in
in
different
different
situations when we're
situations when we're
stressed,
stressed,
and where we
and where
hold
we hold
stress. Men and
men and
women
women
hold
hold
stress
stress
differently
differently
sometimes, and
sometimes, and
sometimes the
sometimes the
same. In
same,
some
and some
areas can
areas
affect the body.
the body.
Some of the
Some of the
ways
ways
that the
that the
body can
body
be
can be
affected
affected
is
is
you can get an
the
enlarged
large
liver,
liver.
your
Your
insulin.
insulin,
If you
if you
have
have
some
some
sugar,
sugar,
insulin
insulin
level
level,
pancreas
pancreas
issues, it
it
affects the
affects the
pancreas as well.
pancreas as well.
Anywhere that
Anywhere that
your
your
chi
chi
or
or
life
life
force
force
or
or
energy
energy
is
is
lacking
lacking
or a
or a
little
little
bit
bit
weak,
weak,
that is
that
where
is where
stress
stress
goes
goes
in
in
points.
points.
But
But
also,
also,
it
it
brings on
brings on
weight.
weight.
Stress
Stress
brings on
brings on
depression.
depression.
Stress
Stress
has
has
your
your
mind
mind
clouded,
clouded,
and you like
and you
have a
like
brain
have a brain
fog,
fog,
like you're not
like you're
able
not
to
able to
see and really
and really
focus
focus
on
on
long-term
long-term
goals.
goals.
That
That
everything is
everything is
short-term. It is
short-term. It
like
is like
right
right
now. You
now.
need it
You
right
need it
now.
right
You
now.
want it
You
right
need it right
now.
now.
You're in
You're
the
in the
moment.
moment.
So
So
those are
those
some
are
of the
some of the
things.
things.
Excuse me, my ear itching. These are
These
some
are
of the
some of the
things that
things
you want
that
to
you
think
want to think
about when
when
you're
you're
doing things.
doing things.
It
It
helps.
helps.
So
So
let's talk about
let's
your
talk about your
insulin levels.
insulin
It
levels.
can
It
raise
can
your
raise your
insulin.
insulin level.
And if
And
you're
if you're
diabetic or
diabetic or
pre-diabetic
pre-diabetic
and
and
predisposed to
predisposed to
that,
that,
that
that
can tip
can take
into that
into
P.
that.
Oh,
Oh,
all right.
all right.
Huge
Huge
echo. Sorry, you
exercise.
guys. Hold on a second. I gotta fix that. Oh wow.
Oh wow.
Okay. We're gonna do this again. I'm gonna go to the
I'm
other
gonna go
room.
to the other room.
So I don't
So
want
I
that.
don't want
I want
that.
it
I
to
want to have
rest.
rest.
Okay. Okay. I got a
I
lot
got
of
a lot of
feedback, and I
feedback. I
appreciate
appreciate
everybody
everybody
giving me the
giving me the
feedback about
feedback
the
about the
echo.
echo.
I
I
don't need
don't
that.
need that.
So as I
So
was
as I
saying,
was saying,
it looked like
it
it's
looks
still
like
an echo. Let me see. How about this? I'm going to take you guys with me. Kind of get my place of zen. Like kind of have my stuff ready for us to prepare. So I'm going to go in the other room, and we're going to be very live. And I'm gonna put it on. Sorry about that. Ooh. Oh, wow. Okay. Still echoing. Okay. Um, can you hear me? Oh, what's better? All right. How's that? All right. Hello. I'm telling you, there's only me, only me, only me. Okay. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Now, let's get back to talking about stress and how the ways that it can affect the bodies and the ways that it can actually hurt the body. So, I'm feeling okay. Let's say relief. See, a stressful moment. You see what I'm saying? Um, that's what you call um, that's what you call a stress buildup, where it can take you to another level if you let it. But if you don't, you roll with the punches. And the thing is, little stuff like that shouldn't stress you out, because you know what? Mishap happens. And I think I explained to you guys what's going on. I basically have a computer that I run everything on, and I have so much stuff like videos and things downloaded that it's too much for this little bit of a laptop. So I'm going to need a bigger one. So I'm working on that, getting one that's bigger that can download, because once the channel goes 24 hours, it's even more data that has to be uploaded to the channel 24/7, and it's going to get better. So I guess this is what the universe is preparing me for, to get something bigger, better, and wonderful to be able to use, where there's not glitches like it has been. And also, I got to remember, I pull from the internet, and I'm realizing the internet that they're saying is better is not really better. It's a lot worse, and it uses a lot more data than before. And if you look at the data I was using the same amount of data, but now it's saying I'm using more. So I'm not understanding. I'm looking at the peaks, but that's me going on a rave. Okay, I really don't like that. Right. Um, so let's talk about stress and what stress can do to the body. Okay. It can bring on kidney issues. It can also bring eye problems, eye strains, and exactly what Ron says, called tendonitis, inflammation of the brain, Alzheimer's, high blood pressure, erectile dysfunction, GI issues. And that is another key component of a GI issue, of either constipation or diarrhea, or you're blocked, bloating, and a lot of gas. So your ears could ring from stress. So these are a lot of things that affect the body, not your eyes. Also, when you stress your throat closes up sometimes. It also brings on, you're more sensitive and have more allergies when you're also stressed. People don't think about that, but it affects the body big time. It also can give you discoloration. It also, when you have stress, it makes wounds that normally heal and have scabs and healing for it not heal properly. It also can cause ulcers, and I mean skin ulcers, that decubitus. It is just greetings, love. So I am telling you, it affects you, like I said, the brain fog. So, did anybody know what a brain fog is? Like you're focusing, and brain fog is you can't get a thought. So it's like really foggy in the brain. You can't concentrate, you can't think, you can't remember. This is the things that stress can cause. It can cause you to react to someone else's simple, okay, a crying baby. That normally you'll be like, oh, the baby needs this. But then you turn around and you're like, the devil's like, ah! Like you cut somebody's head off. That's, that's the symbol of stress. I'm just saying. I know it's not funny, but I've actually seen people like that they're so stressed that kids bringing basketballs, um, and you see these people. Oh yes, super stress can cause Bell palsy. And Bell palsy, for you people to know, one side of your face can be paralyzed that you might not be able to speak, blink. Um, I've had, yeah, we were talking about stress talking about diarrhea. I know it is not the operative moment, but it's funny. Um, so I like that when you can get in your zen, that you're not stressful. But I want you to see how detrimental to your health stress is. And stress comes from, the biggest stress that comes in the world is finances, money, insecurity of not having enough money to meet your daily needs. Stress comes from not even having a house to live in or a roof to call your own. Stress comes from other people and relationships that you have had in your life, and they don't know how to perceive you, or they don't know how to take you, or it could be that you're different. And your difference actually makes them uncomfortable with themselves because they sometimes are not being authentic to themselves. And that's not your problem. So we take these stresses on. If you have a new baby and that's a stress because your body, you're not getting enough sleep, you're not getting enough nourishment if you don't have a support system. Okay. If you're doing it all, a single mothers, single fathers, they go into stress mode because, and they live there, and it's in survival, 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 because they have no other choice. And also, when we are stressed, it brings on a lot of diseases. And when we have a lot of anger, brings on a lot of diseases. But that's another show. But I can tell you this, when you're angry a lot and often, it causes cancer. Stress leads to other things in your life not going right, from relationships to your job to how you are in your community. You see, like the line it does, when you're stressed out, to numb the pain of being stressed, you start taking to the bottle. You start you start doing drugs because you want to numb it. You want it to go away. You don't want to feel it. So this is what you do. You turn to drugs and it's a pain. Suppose you have a back pain and they give you what do they give you? Codeine, Vicodin, or one of them thingies. Well, you become addicted to it because it numbs your mind. It takes you away. You're not dealing with it. It's going away. But the thing is, after you pick up that bottle, after you do that drug, whether it's recreational or, well, cocaine or crack, or I'm trying to think all the drugs, LSD or whatever it is, it doesn't remove the problem. It's still there. Opioids, right. So I want you, oxycodone. Okay, yeah, there you go. So I mean, I don't know all these drugs. I just know that I was blessed to come into a community that my mother was a psych tech. And psych tech we deal with all kind of emotions and stuff. And the people that played a big part in my life, be growing up and why I analyze everything so much, was Dr. Goldstein and Miss Fine. Dr. Goldstein was the psychiatrist. Miss Field, Miss Goldfield, was a psychologist. And there's a difference. And they had them at when my mother worked, they used to call it the funny farm. It was Fairmont Institute. So that working in that job is stressful. Being a psychiatrist is stressful. Being a psychologist is stressful. Being a social worker is stressful. These are careers where the stress is so much is the highest suicide rate besides doctors. Medical doctors have been known to commit suicide more than anything. Also, the other career that causes more suicide and stress, I want you to look at this, is CEOs of companies. 500 Fortune companies actually commit suicide because of the stress. They have to answer to a board. It's about profit, profit, profit. And the better the profit is, the better they look. You know what I mean? So everything is about the mighty dollar, the mighty coin, the mighty whatever. And when you're not performing at these levels, it affects the body in so many ways. So it makes you not think and be coherent. You're not thinking appropriately. You're not able to understand a lot of stuff normally you would. Sorry. I'm trying to get the light the best I can. So these things are very important for you to think about in our world when we encounter. So it's good that people go to these companies and help the employees, because salespeople commit suicide as well. I forgot about that when I started thinking, but they commit sales because they got commission. And when they're not meeting up to their commission, it puts stress, their performance. If they're not performing, they're fired. So when they're fired, they're not going to have money for their home. You see how it affects everything in your life. It plays a major part in the things that you do. And you don't think about it like, wow, there's a more turnover for sales, and also a lot more psychiatrists, psychologists, and psych techs are actually turnovers or leaving or becoming drug addicts or functioning alcoholics, functioning drug addicts. They're functioning now, but they're working on that survival level. Let me tell you, when your body is stressed, it's on stay and fight or flight. That means run or stay, run or stay. So when you're in that constantly, your body is like, you see how tense I am? Like, I can't move. Like, I'm moving. Okay, now, fluently. That's how your body's supposed to be, fluid. When you're not able to do that and you're in state in flight for so long, it damages your internal energy. Now we're getting into spiritual, and then damage your internal energy, your spiritual energy, because you're not able to think, you're not able to function and listen constructively. So I want you to think about these things as we progress. So I do have some recipes and some things that you can do that I do that are hobbies for me to relieve stress. Now, I have my own company too, Food Alchemy Network and Dr. Cicely D'Angelo, where I do healing and I go and I write books and I do recordings and shows. I mean, you name it, creating commercials. Uh, that's just me. I'm just a busy person. And then I like to cook. Sometimes I like to be of use of service. That's just me. So my mind is always going on how I can improve, what I can do, how this looks. So for that, that's a daily life for me. So for me, I learned I didn't know how to relax. However, I was like, ooh, check yourself out. And the reason I said that is because I had surgery and I didn't know what to do with myself. So in the meantime, I came up with this show, Women Circle the Door of Many Colors. And a friend of mine was saying that it would be nice for me to show people some of my skills and maybe have someone do a cooking segment with me. And I thought, why not? Why not make it a variety show? Because it happened on Thanksgiving. I had this turkey and I had to break it down. So she watched me and we recorded it on Zoom, and I didn't know how to edit it. So I'll edit it and upload it because I thought it was interesting. Everybody should learn how to fabricate a bird, a deer, a rabbit, a duck, a fish, whatever it is. Fabricate it, because the fish doesn't come like that. It doesn't come in fish fillet at the market. It doesn't come into porterhouse ribeyes or strip steak when you get the whole, the cow or whatever. If you learn how to fabricate, then no matter where you are, you'll be able to use that animal. And for the people out there that are vegans, I used to be one too, but I'm not. I respect everybody, and I expect everybody to respect me or anybody else, and their choice is their choice. That's very important. But I feel if you honor the animal that you give, then it's okay. Now, it's abundance of things going on, but I want to say to my vegan people out there, how do you honor the plants you eat? Do you give blessings to them? Because it's you're saying you eat plants. Plants are live. And because they're live, their energy, their essence, their nutrients, they give to you, the same as the sacrifice of an animal. So, the same way you have reverence for that animal, have reverence for that vegetable. Okay, now I'm off my spew about people and animals because I know I was going to get a backlash. And I used to have a friend, her name was Sky Juice, and she was making products that are animal, and people came in an onslaught. The thing is, we need to worry about ourselves and not anything else. Unless it affects you directly, don't worry about it. And what I mean affects you by directly um, is it going to have an impact on your life the way they eat? It shouldn't. The market might, but there's a way to get around that. You see, like all that nonsense. So today, I wanted to share a little bit with you my exercise from Falun Dafa. I want it to be for it to be explained to you. And Falun Dafa is an exercise that helps you cultivate within and out with movements. And this Falun Gong, okay, so what do you do to relieve stress, especially since you like to keep busy? Or what are you taking the stress? Um, okay, for me, I'm going to show you after we do this exercise. One way is chanting and exercising and doing Falun Dafa. So you'll get to see and you'll hear. And this is part of the show. And I'll go more when we go into the second room. So are you ready?
Falun Dafa is an advanced cultivation system that was created by Mr. Li Hongzhi. It originates from the Falun Dafa cultivation practice in the Buddha school and cultivates Jun Shan Ren, or truthfulness, compassion, forbearance, the supreme characteristics of the universe. The cultivation practice of Falun Dafa is, in theory, completely different from the methods of conventional Qigong practices or schools, which cultivate an elixir. The Falun of Falun Dafa is evolved according to the universe's laws of motion. The rotation of the Falun with the rotation of the universe. The Falun has the same characteristics as the universe and is a miniature of the universe. The Falun of the Buddhist school, the Yin-Yang, the Taoist school, and every ten-directional world are all represented in the Falun. This is what is unique about Falun Dafa, makes it different from all cultivation systems. The universe is rotating. The Milky Way is rotating. The 9 planets are rotating. And the Falun is also rotating. When rotating clockwise, the Falun that Master has planted at the lower abdominal area automatically absorbs energy from the universe, transforms the energy, and helps a practitioner to practice. When rotating counterclockwise, the Falun emits energy. It can correct all abnormal states and bring salvation to sentient beings. This is referred to as salvation of both self and others. The Falun is always rotating. No matter what the situation is for a practitioner, the Falun always rotates according to its own law of motion, enabling the practitioner to be in a state of practicing 24 hours a day. In other words, even though a practitioner is not constantly practicing, the Falun is constantly refining him. This is referred to as a practitioner is not practicing exercises, yet the Fa refines the practitioner. This feature of the Fa refining the practitioner is one of the most outstanding features of Falun Dafa. Of all the cultivation systems that have been made public in China or abroad, Falun Dafa is currently the only practice to have solved the challenge of allowing time to do the practice while also working a job or studying. Through Falun Dafa, a practitioner can ascend to his or her highest level of cultivation by assimilating to the universe. Exercise 1. Buddha showing 1,000 hands. Buddha showing 1,000 hands is the first Falun Dafa exercise. The core of this exercise is stretching, which opens up all of the body's energy channels. Through doing this exercise, beginners can acquire energy in a short period of time, and experienced practitioners will improve quickly. The exercise enables practitioners to practice at a high level at the outset and will quickly allow all of their energy channels to open up. The movements of this exercise are quite simple because a great way is, as a rule, simple and easy to learn. Though the movements are simple, they dictate everything involved in the cultivation system. When doing this Buddha showing 1,000 hands exercise, one's body will feel warm and will experience a unique sensation of there being a strong energy field. This is caused by stretching and opening all the energy channels throughout the body. The purpose is to break through areas where energy is blocked, to enable energy to circulate freely and smoothly, to mobilize the energy within the body and under the skin, circulating it to absorb a great amount of energy from the universe. It simultaneously enables the practitioner to quickly achieve the state of having a Qigong energy field. This exercise is done as the foundational exercise of Falun Dafa, and it is usually done first. It is one of the methods reinforcing your cultivation. Preferably, the exercise will be done 3 times in a row.
身神合一，动静随机，顶天独尊，千手佛力。
Now let's watch Master Li teach Buddha showing 1,000. Preparation. Stand naturally with the feet shoulder width apart. Relax the whole body, but don't become too loose. Bend the knees slightly. Keep the knees and the hips relaxed. tuck your chin in slightly. Touch the tip of the tongue to the hard palate. Leave a little space between the teeth. Close the lips and gently shut the eyes. Maintain a serene expression on the face, and the hands should move according to the energy mechanisms. When doing the exercise, the hands are in the lotus palm position. The same goes for the other exercises. Lift the hands slightly with the palms facing up. Have the thumb tips lightly touch each other. Let the 4 other fingers of each hand meet and overlap on top of each other. For males, the left hand is on top. For females, the right hand is on top. Have the hands form an oval shape and hold them at the lower abdominal area. Hold both upper arms slightly forward with the elbows suspended so that the underarms are open. While doing the exercises, the hands are within 10 centimeters of the body. The same applies to the rest of the exercise. Slowly raise the hands from the J-Yin or conjoined hands position. While raising the conjoined hands, straighten both legs gradually. When the hands reach the front of the face, separate them and gradually turn both palms upward. Once the hands are above the top of the head, have the palms face up and the fingers of both hands point towards each other. At this time, push the head upward, press the feet downward, straightening the whole body. Press upward hard with the heels of both palms and stretch the body for about 2 to 3 seconds. Then relax the whole body abruptly and keep the body relaxed. Rotate your palms outward to the side of the head. Straighten the wrists and move them downward. When the hands reach the front of the chest, have the palms face the chest at a distance of about 10 centimeters. Continue moving both hands down until they reach the lower abdomen. Then turn the backs of the hands to face one another and lift the hands up to the chest, forming the He Shi or hands together position. When doing He Shi, press both the fingers and the heels of the palms against each other. Hold the elbows up with the forearms forming a straight line. Separate the hands and, as if holding a ball, turn them in opposite directions. Males turn the left hand towards the chest, while females turn the right hand towards the chest, so that for males, the left hand is on top, and for females, the right hand is on top. Then extend the elbow and arm diagonally upwards. The palm should face downward and be slightly higher than the head. For males, the right hand, and for females, the left hand is still at the chest, with the palm facing upward. After the arm has been extended, gradually stretch the whole body. Push the head upward, press the feet downward, and stretch hard for about 2 to 3 seconds. Then relax the whole body. Move both hands to the He Shi position in front of the chest. Then separate the hands as if holding a ball, this time with the right hand on top for males and left hand on top for females to extend the arms. Repeat the previous movement, and then return both hands to the He Shi position in front of the chest. From He Shi, extend the arms outwards to the sides of the body, forming a straight line with the shoulders. Gradually stretch the entire body. Push the head upward, press both feet downward, and stretch the arms out to the sides for about 2 to 3 seconds. Relax the entire body. Move the hands to He Shi in front of the chest. Separate the hands from the He Shi position and extend them downward towards the lower front of the body. When the two arms are parallel and straight, they should form an angle of about 30 degrees with the body. Stretch the whole body. Push the head upward and press the feet downward. Stretch hard for about 2 to 3 seconds. Immediately relax the entire body. Move the hands to He Shi in front of the chest. Separate both hands and move them diagonally downward to the side of the body. Extend the arms, forming an angle of about 30 degrees with the body. Then, push the head upward and press the feet downward. Stretch hard for about 2 to 3 seconds. Relax the entire body. Move both hands to 合十 in front of the chest. Separate the hands from the 合十 position and extend them behind the body, with both palms turning to face backward. When the arms have reached behind the body, stretch the whole body. Push the head upward and press the feet downward. Stretch hard for about 2 to 3 seconds. Relax the entire body. Move hands to 合十 in front of the chest. Separate the hands from 合十 position and push forwards with the palms. Have the fingers point upward and keep the arms at shoulder level. Once the arms are stretched in a straight line, push the head upwards and press the feet downward. Stretch hard for about 2 to 3 seconds. Relax the entire body. Move the hands to 合十 in front of the chest. Slowly move the hands downwards, turning the palms to face the abdomen. When the hands reach the lower abdomen, overlap the hands. For males, the left hand goes on the inside. For females, the right hand goes on the inside. Have the palm of one hand face the back of the other, keeping a distance of about 3 centimeters between the hands and between the inner hand and the lower abdomen. Keep the hands overlapped like this for a while, and then form the J-Yin position. Exercise 2. Falun Standing Stance.
生会争利，容心清体，寺庙四物，法轮出奇。
Let's watch Master Li teach the exercise. Preparation. J-Yin. Conjoin the hands as before. Slowly raise the hands and separate them. When the hands are in front of the head, palms face toward your face at eye level. The tips of two hands point toward each other. Form a circle with the arms and relax the whole body. The Falun Standing Stance is Falun Dafa's second exercise. It is a tranquil standing exercise composed of 4 wheel-holding positions. The positions in this exercise are rather simple, each held for quite a long time. Those who have just begun learning will initially find that their arms feel heavy and achy, but after doing the exercise, their whole body will feel very relaxed, with none of the fatigue felt after physical work. Holding the wheel in front of the lower abdomen, slowly bring both hands downward from the previous position. Keep the wheel holding position unchanged as the hands reach the lower abdomen. Keep a distance of about 10 centimeters between the hands and the abdomen. Hold the elbows forward, keeping the underarms open. Have the palms face upward, with the fingers of the
I'm hoping you guys can hear me. So now we're back, and I'm taking you back into my room, my kitchen again. We're going to try this again. Some of the things I do for stress. She said stress release, so I wanted to point out to that. One is create things. I'm going to pull out my latest creation. Now, I'm hoping you can see this. This is a eucalyptus branch. I debarked it, sanded it, and I also put crystals and metals that I was guided. And trying to see if you can see. I have some carvings in here. So this is one of the things that I do. This is what we call a staff. This is my walking staff. So the medium for that is wood, metal, and crystal, and sometimes material. Now I've created more, and I'm going to get them. This is what we call a spiritual stick. Now, the spiritual stick can consist of anything you want and different colors and materials. And as you can see, bells to let the ancestors, as I call it, let them know I'm here, I'm present and accounted for. And on these, again, I have some gemstones. And I have it in white, and then I have it in gold. Then I have it in indigo, a sky blue, green, purple, I would call magenta, and a pink. The other one wanted to be known. Okay. I created that one too. So that's what I do in my spare time. Besides communicating with spirit, doing exercises. Okay. This is another one that has metal. More crystals, hematite. And there's a design on the inside. As this being a flower of life, I decided to make it stand out. So these are some of the things that I create when I want to do things. Another form is exercise. Falun Dafa, like I said, cultivates the mind, body, and spirit. So I do Falun Dafa sometimes. I might do Tai Chi. I might do some yoga poses. I might even do some stretching, which I have a stretching belt that helps you stretch the arms, the legs, and the thighs. So opening these up, opening my legs up down at the bottom, and stretching. And also it's good if you strengthen your core your back and your abdomen, which are your core, your body will be strengthened. So these are the things that I work on. Um, my old one, when I was stressed as a kid, in early teens, I started doing bodybuilding as a young lady. So I would lift weights, do the butterflies, and I didn't have the physique of a petite lady. I had the physique of a bodybuilder. So when you see bodybuilder, um, when you bodybuild, what they forget to tell you, if you don't keep it up, that muscle turns to fat. And sometimes when we are doing something and not keeping that strength up, it turns. So the best way is that you can. People tell you cannot make that be tightened. It's not true. It can. It takes a lot of effort. It takes a lot of determination. And if you want it bad enough, so it's up to you. It can be done. Or if you want to have surgery, you can do that too. So my thing is, if you're not happy with yourself, then you fix something that you yourself are not happy with. Not someone else said, but you. But if you're happy with yourself, then don't worry about it. Again, no stress. Now, I'm going to show you some other things that I do when I'm stressed. And what I would like you to do, I have some clay that I have. I put in a bowl. This can be a body clay. This could be a facial clay. It all depends on what you want it to be. Okay, so I have some clay here. Now, you can put some turmeric in it, or my other hobby is dehydrating things or letting things dry out. These are real roses. I'm fortunate enough to have a rose bush in front of my house. So I dehydrate them, and then I grind them up in my spice grinder. So that's one way. So it all depends on what you want. So I'm going to show you how to make a facial mask that it's not that bad. Okay. Now, I got some clay. I have what I call the butterfly mask. And I'm going to put some salt in here that I ground up to a powder. Then I have some essential oils. So since this is calming, the essential oils I am going to use is chamomile. That's 5 drops. And also, chamomile is good for the nerves. It's good for calming. And also, I'm going to use lavender. Chamomile and lavender. You can make great combinations. Ooh, smells so good if you could smell it, you guys. So, I put a little bit more clay in here, because we're only going to make a little bit. Okay. Does anybody hear echo? If you do, let me know. Okay, so what I do is I stir it up. Okay. Now I'm going to put some apple cider vinegar you can put in here. Witch hazel you can put in here. It all depends on what you want. Now this is because it's for relaxing. Waste not, want not. Very simple. Now, don't have the baking soda apple cider vinegar right here. Again, I gotta get up. Like that's a one-woman show. Woo! What a kick, what a kick, what a kick. So what I do, this is apple cider vinegar. I put it in there, equal amount. And you see, look, it starts fizzing up. Can you see? It's foamy. And if it becomes too wet, like mine's right now, put some more clay in it. And it still has a beautiful aroma. See? This is the consistency you want. A paste-like consistency. And what you put vinegar. There you go. That's one. So I want to take a nice soothing bath. So I'll have some Epsom salt. I'll take some baking soda. And I'll put my Himalayan salt. Where did it go? Where did it go? There we go. Okay. Now I made this Himalayan salt. And I put it in my spice grinder to make it into a powder. So it's very simple. Okay. So you put that in. Now, because it's relaxing, you can see this comes straight from my eucalyptus. So I'll break a couple of these off. And also baking soda and salt can be used spiritually as a spiritual cleansing bath. And it helps. So. So raw leaf, I think it's pretty good. And it smells so good coming off the tree. I'm just saying. So I take my little spice grinder right here. And I put it all in here. Eucalyptus powder. And it's so potent. So you might not want it, but it's heavenly. And eucalyptus revives the body, gives it strength, and also invigorates the body. So if you're stressed out, have a eucalyptus bath, put some salt, removing the essence of the different energies that you've encountered, and bring in positive energy. This is a bath you can make. And there you go. That's two. The other one is a facial. Now, I have some roses. This is rose powder. And roses are good for your face and beauty. So the reason I'm using sugar, this is going to be a facial scrub. So it's going to exfoliate, but also heal at the same time. And what you can put in here is some vegetable glycerin. You can also put in cucumber extract to calm the body, but you also can use this on other parts of your body, not just your face. And if you want, you can put frankincense. It's the thing that you think is best for you. That's what you use. You make it happen. So I want you to see a little bit better. So what I'm going to do, let's put it in this jar. Okay. So you can see it being made. Ooh, it smells so good. Let's see. All right, better. As y'all can see, I'm working 2 cameras at the same time. So, wow, just saying. Want you to see it from different angles as I'm actually creating this. Now, what I am going to do is add some honey. And honey has an antibacterial component to it. And because this is everything in here is edible, that's what I've always said. If you're going to make something, make it edible. Edible. See, and that is your facial scrub. Trying to make sure that you can see from many angles. That's what it looks like. So, you guys, I am Dr. D, and I hope you will join me again next time on my show. And I would love to continue to have you. The 20th will be our last show that we will be doing on Sunday. We will be moving to Saturdays. And we most likely be moving to 2 p.m. Pacific and 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So my friends in Hawaii that have joined me, they can come and join me. So if you like any of these recipes and you like what you saw, please subscribe, and I hope to see you soon. Thank you so much. Namaste.